Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at just a hair before 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. There we go. Boom. Nailed it. On the first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, and anything else that jumps out at us on the watch list. And stick around for the second half of the live stream. If you want me to chart any of your requests, make sure to put in the ticker symbol, the name of the asset, and the asset type. Is it crypto? Is it stock? The name of it, all the details, so we can keep the live streaming. So help me with the algorithms. I would appreciate it. Smash a like, repost stream, share with your friends and family, all the good stuff. And we're going to try to keep this one shorter, an hour, maybe slightly less. So we're going to run through the charts. We usually spend, well, it varies, but we usually spend 30 to 45 minutes going through all the charts of Bitcoin. And then, of course, the altcoin stocks, stuff like that. So good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Use air. Use I. Raziz 4546. Oh man, I probably chopped that one up. Sorry. Okay. Yep. Stick around. We're gonna circle back for it, but this is the chart that I posted on X the other day, and of course, we were talking about the Wyckoff distribution on October 8th, right? And then on October 10th, we're posting the Bitcoin bear market roadmap. And the main thesis was that price was going to come down and hit the 200-week moving average before we made a new all-time high. Now that we've seen price get within 3 or 4% of the 200-week moving average, we're a lot closer to hitting the 200-week moving average than we are making a new all-time high. And of course, I was making some posts back in October that all of these talking head Bitcoin predictions, like $250,000 Bitcoin, $500,000 Bitcoin, by the end of 2025, all of those predictions would be wrong. And 4 months later, here we are. All of those predictions were wrong. Then down over here, we were talking about we expect bounces along the way. We expect a relief rally. And we had this target out here. And there's two targets, two similar targets, not even similar, two of the exact same retracement targets from 2022 bear market were inside this box. And both of those market sniper targets within this box were hit. Then we started to see price reverse back down. Then we talked about if we see a candle close below the trading dots, if we see a candle close below the upward sloping trend line, if we see a sell signal, then the probabilities are increasing that we're going to go much lower. And price battled for about a week. And then it was over here. Just quick recap for a few minutes in case you're new. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to remember that. I feel like I remember your YouTube picture. I'm not sure I'm going to remember that though. Maybe change your name. Just kidding. Put Tony in parentheses instead of 4546. How about that? then I'll just call you Tony at that point. Mighty Kurt, good morning. Marcus Sniper in the house. What's up? At $81,000, I posted. We could see a very quick move down to $66,000. Not because I have a magic crystal ball, but because there was billions of long liquidations. And it would create a cascade-like effect, right? And And what I posted was it would be the opposite of a short squeeze. It's a long squeeze, right? They're squeezing the longs. They're wiping out billions of long liquidations. And then at $66,000, I was still showing there's still about $1 billion worth of long liquidations down to about 60,000, 59,000 ish area. And they wiped it all out to about 60,000, depending on what exchange you're looking at. I feel like one of the exchanges went below 60,000. Then it bounced, and of course, the bottom is in again. And that prompted me to draw this out on the live stream. Then I posted about it on X. And here we are. Talked about consolidating, and maybe we would see by the end of February. This is like February capitulation month. There was the anxiety, the panic, all that, right? And now it seems like we're in capitulation month, February. And it seems like price wants to come down to the 200-week moving average. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe by the end of or a week from now or 2 weeks from now, price really starts to make its move down and we see capitulation. And maybe we see the $52,000 mark get hit. And there are several reasons why we could see that. And then we would probably expect another bounce. And then people are like, "Well, I thought you said $38,000. I thought you said $45,000." Well, I'll show you some other charts where just because I draw this out that we could come down and hit this during capitulation doesn't mean that's the low. It could just be a local low and then a bounce, a relief rally, not as high as what people hope for, not to $100,000, not to $110,000, not like I was saying back over here in October, November. This is probably the last time you'll be able to sell your Bitcoin at $110,000 for a very long time. A very long time means a year, a 2-year, who knows, right? Maybe more. I'm not sure if you were paying attention or not, but for those who did, probably close their position or a portion of it and is probably sitting in cash or whatever, and is probably in a lot better position, a position of power, right? Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only, and hopefully find a little bit of entertainment along the way, like me making fun of. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Subscribed on YouTube or subscribed like on Market Sniper Pro website? I can't keep all the Discord names and the YouTube names and the X handle names and all that stuff. So, but maybe you just mean subscribed on YouTube. Cool. Either way. So here we are. We're watching this play out in real time. I've got the squigglies. However, the price action plays out, whether that's, come down here like this, bounce back up one more time, maybe even take out that wick, grab some liquidity, right? And then start its march back down to there, right? Put that one as blue so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, let me zoom in here. For those of you on the vertical cell phone live stream, right? You can see it a little bit better. Here it comes back down, pushes up one more time, takes out that wick, traps some more bulls, and then reverses right back down. That seems more painful, right? That seems more painful. So we'll see how it plays out. But we got the squigglies, consolidation for maybe another week or two. Maybe not. Maybe this is capitulation week and not just capitulation month, and we see prices get pushed a lot lower. But right now, I'm just thinking that the price lets the training dots catch up, retest those training dots, wherever it retests those training dots, maybe a week from now, and then gets rejected and then comes back down, right? So possible retest of the training dots first could take some time to play out. This is the trajectory of those training dots, and then we'll see how it unfolds after that. I am not a Market Saver Pro, unfortunately. YouTube subscriber, too much fire. Oh, I mean, if you think the live stream is too much knowledge, you should go to the recorded coaching. That's 70 plus hours of all the details. No target boxes, actual target. Um, I can look at coin. I'll look at coin, but just narrow it down to like one request if you could. I don't have as much time today. So coin, and then a specific time frame, or I can look at the daily, weekly chart, stuff like that. But yeah, just narrow it down for me. I just don't have that much time. But here we've got more Bitcoin targets to look at and analyze. We're going to come back to it. First, we don't have any paid sponsorships. We've never taken $1 of affiliate money. So we do plug Market Sniper Pro, of course, right? So if you come over here, you can find the website there, or you can find it on my profile, Jesse Olson. Click on it. You can see the plans. We only have one plan. We removed the other plans because this truly was the most popular. And of course, the annual is about, I want to say, I said about 18 to 20%. It's about 15 to 20% of all members sign up for the annual. So you do save 2 months. It comes out to like a $40 a month. It's a pretty good deal. This is already a really good deal. This is like robbery. It's like robbery, but it's all right. We have it on there. The first thing that would change price wise would probably be the annual. Maybe you save 1 month. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's like the $49 a month average, and then this would be the next one to increase. So, of course, according to AI, it says that what we offer already is worth like $199 a month. So eventually we're gonna get there. Eventually, but I want everything dialed in. We've made a lot of upgrades and changes. Uh, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So you can go over here to this dashboard, the charting system, right? And then the built-in screener over here to the right. And let's see, go to Bitcoin, and it draws out. This is our own charting system. We still use TradingView as a bridge. We still use Discord as a bridge, but we have our own online community. We have our own charting platform, and we've preloaded all of the sniper. So we rebuilt it. We had all the indicators and trading bot. Well, the trading bots are still in TradingView, but we recreated from the Pine script indicators with Python and put them over here on our charting platform. So you can pick sniper signals, candles, RSI. I'm just showing the candles right now. Sniper RSI, sniper targets, sniper MA, all of that, right? All of that. So it gives you the buy and sell signals, gives you reverse candles. Green means bullish. Orange means possibly over bought, or sometimes when the magic happens. Red is bearish, of course. Light blue is starting to get oversold. You can change the color scheme. Oh, I hit the mic. You can change the color scheme, all of that. And then, of course, you can filter by sniper, trend. You can throw in the Ichimoku cloud, all the settings, the style, all of that, right? And so that's where we're at right now. That's where we are at. I personally don't use it, but what else? else? What else? What else? Yep. So it gives you a scoring system. This is the watch list. You can add it to the watch list. You can go to the screener. You can add a filter. Let's do RSI divergence. Narrows it down from 4,100 of the big player results: stocks, ETFs, and crypto. We don't have any meme coins. You'd have to go to TradingView for the meme coins. So we don't have any meme coins. 631 skim. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. RSI bullish divergence. You add the MACD bullish divergence, narrow down to 150 results. Add filter, ATR, volume ratio, RSI. Go in there and put the details, crossing up. Let's say 45 for fun. Just throwing out a random number. Narrowed it down to 5 results. So that one would have missed it. Already broke out 1,500%. Oh my God. So that's the whole purpose of this, is trying to find the next one that breaks out before it breaks out. This one already had a buy signal, gapped up and bought. This one has bullish divergence. The trend lines are automatically drawn for you. That's one of the indicators. Oh, where am I? There we go. Oops. Moving the mouse too fast. So automatically draws the trend lines, automatically draws the trend lines on RSI as well. You can kind of go through all the filters, change the filters, all of that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Boom. You can set alerts, scanners, history, and then of course coming soon. Admin already has it, and probably this week, actually. Breaking news. Should I announce it? I keep saying coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. It costs money, but I think we're done beta testing it, and now it's just a matter of I got to put my credit card down. So I mean, I already have my credit card down, but I got to increase the limit. Not my credit card limit. I have to increase my spend limit on the AI. So it's actually more of it's a debit Visa. So I don't like to use actual credit cards unless I'm getting points. So I do have one that gets a lot of points. So, but yeah, Sniper Assist, back at it, Jesse. Right? It's all getting dialed in. It's all coming soon. Trade entry. Woo-wee. Alerts. AI, Sniper Assist, screener, watch list, all built in. All built in. So it depends on the chart. Usually so far, I still feel like I would do better with 5x or 10x Bitcoin leverage long, honestly. I don't know. Depends on the chart. Bum, bum, bum. So that's the daily chart. This is what we're watching. Could continue to consolidate. Could do one of these, right? Retest training dots first, possibly, maybe not, possibly, and then see if we come all the way down to the 200-week moving average. My main thesis, there's a lot of reasons why price could come back down here. Maybe finds a local bottom, bounces, and then over time, maybe there's a slower bleed to lower targets. And speaking of which, right? Speaking of which, so that's where we're at, right? We put this chart out on October 10th. We got receipts. We have receipts. I've posted the receipts on X. I've reposted them. For all the naysayers out there, we have the receipts. We posted on October 10th, and we are now in the 18th week of posting this chart, with a possible, after this week, what if there was 33 more weeks? Right? So if the big capitulation part is happening now, faster than the fractal, then it's possible, it's more of a slower bleed for 5 to 7 months after that. So, but the weekly chart is breaking down from target 3. Price did wick down to $60,000. Last week was the lowest candle close on the weekly chart, going all the way back to October 2024. This would be the lowest weekly candle close since the first week of October 2024. So, assuming it closes this low or lower than the last week, right? It's ultra bearish on the weekly chart. Sometimes it's oversold, and sometimes it's when the magic happens. So, the 200-week moving average is near longer-term target 4. 3 out of 5 targets have been hit so far. We don't know if all 5 targets will get hit. All 5 targets did get hit in the 2022 bear market, and that was around 15,000, 15,500, 16,000, just like that. If the Bitcoin ETFs like HODL go back and retest the all-time low at, say, I think HODL is at like $11 or whatever it is from January 2024, then we would be looking at Bitcoin at below $40,000 and right in that longer-term target 5. But it may take time to play out. We're not expecting to happen overnight. We're not expecting it to happen today or tomorrow or the day after. So we'll see where this ends up with the capitulation momentum, and then see if we get a bounce and a relief rally whenever that comes. But it's probably not going to be as high as what the bulls hope for. The momentum is to the downside, not only on the daily chart, the weekly chart, the 2-week chart, 3-week chart, and monthly chart. So we'll take a look at all of those. This is the weekly chart over here. Got the magnet for the 200-week moving average. Just as price took out this pivot point over here, MicroStrategy took out that pivot point, and then MicroStrategy retested the 200-week moving average. Check, check, check. Just as XRP took out this pivot point over here and closed below it on the weekly chart, XRP came back and retested the 200-week moving average. Check, 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 right? 2-week chart, red trending dots. 2-week chart, 2022, red trending dots. 3-week chart. How are we doing on time? All right, we'll probably start speeding it up a little bit more. Let's get rocking and rolling. 3-week chart, red trending dots. 2022, red trending dots. Came down, nailed the 200-week moving average. And then slow bleed. The bottom was not in. The bottom was close to being in at 17,750, but the bottom was not in, and the bottom was in at 15,654. So down here is historically better for dollar cost averaging below the 200-week moving average, but I will still wait for a higher probability of reversal because I'm not worried about missing the bottom. I am not worried about missing the bottom. I bought the bottom at 16,800 based on a high probability of a reversal, bullish divergence, all of that. I'm not worried about it. And I bought it with a 5x leverage long. So I'm waiting to buy the right dip because the dip can keep dipping, right? When I dip, you dip, we dip. Monthly chart, sell signal on the monthly chart. Sell signal on the monthly chart. The next month, price not only hit the 200-week moving average, but it went below the 200-week moving average. Will that happen again this month? Maybe, baby. And if it does hit the $52,000 target, like I mapped out on the daily chart, it would indeed hit below and probably close below the 200-week moving average, very similar to what I drew out on the daily chart. Very similar to the 200 to the 2022. 2022, right? Say that 10 times in a row. Blah. And then the next month flipped a red trending dot and there was a bounce, right? Comes down, gets a little bit of a bounce, another bounce, and then the slow bleed after that. We don't know if it's going to play out exactly, but it could. And if so, it's possible by the end of February, we could see $52,000. We could see a monthly candle close below the 200-week moving average. We could see February be the capitulation month, just as we saw June 2022, the capitulation month. And in hindsight, you're going to see all the news, all the narratives, the Black Swan event, the FTX, the Celsius, the Three Arrows, those companies all getting liquidated. And in hindsight, that was the reason why. No. They pushed, the market bosses pushed the prices down. And the result of them pushing the price down and liquidating billions of longs is the result of those companies going bankrupt and getting liquidated. So starts with the charts. They push the liquidations. They wipe out all the liquidations. And then you hear about XYZ company going under, bankrupt, liquidations, all that stuff. It's not because, and the chart goes down. The chart goes down, liquidations happen, and then you hear the, and then you hear about the bankruptcies, right? BlockFi, blah, blah, blah. So yep, that's all of that. You can see the blue line down here, retest the all-time low at $11. Bitcoin would be at $38,000, $39,000. Pending sell signal on the monthly chart hodl. Boom, boom, boom. Bitcoin futures. Right? Bitcoin versus gold. We keep talking about it. We keep bringing it up because it's never happened before in the history of Bitcoin versus gold. And this is not bullish. The 200-week moving average has become downward sloping. That is not bullish. That is bearish. This time is truly different. We don't know how it ends, truly different, but it is truly different. Also, the bottom, 48 months later, the bottom, 47 months later, the bottom, 46 months later. Will we see the bottom October 2026? Possibly. Possibly. Bitcoin closed below, Bitcoin versus gold on the RSI closed below the 11-year trend line. Bitcoin closed below, or not yet, will most likely close below, and currently is 34.75. That's not bullish. That's bearish momentum on a higher time frame. Could it reverse? Sure, but it could take some time to turn around. It could take March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I'm counting my hands here. 8 months to turn back around and find a bottom in October. 8 months, right? After February, 8.5 months. That's not bullish. That is bearish momentum. So broke those trend lines. So two things that have never happened before. Monthly RSI has never been this low before. The 200-week moving average has never been downward sloping in the history of Bitcoin versus gold. I've been saying that. I've been talking about it. And price continues to go down on the Bitcoin versus gold pairing. So that's that, right? That's that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Bitcoin versus Euro. Same thing, right? Bitcoin versus the Euro has already hit the 200-week moving average. Bitcoin versus gold has already gone below the 200-week moving average. So why hasn't Bitcoin versus the dollar? Probably because the dollar is bearish, right? But it's been flat as of recently. And so we've seen Bitcoin drop faster against the dollar, right? So Bitcoin versus the euro already spiked below it at 51,000. So I think that's about it for Bitcoin. $1.3 trillion market cap, 1.15 trillion here. If it gets down to $1 trillion market cap, maybe we find that bounce at about $52,000. Ethereum on the monthly chart, downward sloping 200-week moving average. Never had a higher high in the monthly chart. Did wick higher, and of course the lower time frames also had it. It's bearish. Another pending sell signal on Ethereum. The MACD looks like it wants to cross below the zero line, which is bearish. Bearish divergence on the MACD. Bearish divergence on RSI. Those, you could have all those type of filters on Market Sniper. You could flip these on the screener. You could flip these on the screener to RSI divergence and flip that to bearish. And you can flip it to the weekly. So if you're looking at higher time frames, right? And then you could do the MACD too. And then flip that to bearish. So, and that would come up. And then, of course, add other stuff or filter it by stocks, crypto, ETFs, stuff like that. So it's all there. It's all there. Ethereum. Monthly chart is bearish. $7,000 Ethereum by the end of 2025. Not anymore. Chain link, downward sloping 200-week moving average, bearish. Cardano, 25 cents, 25.5 cents, downward sloping 200-week moving average. Algo, 9 cents. Oh boy. H bar, 9 cents, downward sloping. XLM, 15 cents, downward slope, kind of downward sloping. Near, downward sloping, under $1. Just took out this pivot point. It's under $1. Could take out this pivot point. Could be the lowest ever for near. Woo! MicroStrategy. Back to 126. Still below the 200-week moving average. Hit 105. Not as predicted, but as anticipated. Had the fractal on from 2021, 2022, 2023 fractal on. Could take some time to play out. Expect bounces along the way. And maybe the buy the right dip doesn't happen until October 2026. It's possible. So I'm staying patient, I'm staying cautious, cautiously optimistic. What else? What else? What else? What else? We'll come back. We'll do the Magnificent Seven with the indices as well. Gold, we put this fractal out back here. It's just this fractal. It's still buy the dip scenario until proven otherwise. It could start putting in a topping formation. It could put in a lower high. This fractal could be wrong. Could put in bearish divergence. But I would not be shorting, like I've been saying. I would not be shorting gold or silver personally, just because higher time frames are still remain bullish and could flip right back around to the upside. So we will see if it starts putting in a topping pattern or not. Could take some time to play out. Dollar flat, like we talked about. And we drew this out. Price did come back down. Price did jump back up. We could see some further consolidation, flat prices while Bitcoin continues to drop. And then if we start seeing a push higher, uh, maybe even towards the end of February, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you could start seeing a bigger move to the downside on some of the other assets. Woo. AGQ dropped 73%. Hive. Someone asked about coin. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. Mike. They were good. The bullish divergence was already cleared. We talked about that already. The bullish divergence was cleared and then reversed back around. The higher time frames are bearish, so we understand that bounces are getting sold off over and over and over again. Back below the 200-week moving average, the weekly chart is ultra bearish. 3-week chart is bearish. What if coin goes into a bear market? It's already in a bear market. What if coin stays in a bear market? What if coin comes all the way back down and retests the bottom here at $34? It's possible. This 3-week candle close below this pivot point over here doesn't confirm for another week, but that would take out this pivot point. That would take out this pivot point, signaling further downside. Monthly chart, a February close below this pivot point is bearish. That puts in a lower low. So lower high, confirm with the lower low on these higher time frames, but already took out this pivot point, took out this pivot point. Weekly chart could be taking out this pivot point this week. That's bearish. That's bearish. So what was the question about coin? It's in a bear market. Let's see. Let's just take a sip of water here. So take out those pivot points. If you're just looking at there's a weekly horizontal over here, right? 105. Got the bottom over here. Never really retested over here. It seems like it wants to at least come back for a retest here. So that's coin. We'll come back to additional chart requests, but I'm going to finish up on the Magnificent Seven. Oops. Let's go over here. Let's see. Was that it for? PLTR. There's more targets. I just got lazy drawing them. I believe this. I don't know. I have to double check. Second or third target. Third target, maybe. Depends if it's shorter term or longer term. PLTR still bearish, down 3.7%. SMCI below the 200. It's not bullish. Netflix, Microsoft. 4 targets have been hit. The gap had been closed. We'll see if we come back down for a retest of the 200-week movie average in the near future. Maybe that was the bounce. And then it comes back down, bounce below. And then there's a gap all the way up here. So would be interesting. Google breaking back down. Amazon got some new gaps up here. Let me delete this cord. Bum, bum. Gap. Gaps all over the place. Gaps to the downside, gaps to the upside. Gapalicious. Pending sell signal on Meta. Russell, bearish divergence. Is this going to be a lower high? Maybe. Dow Jones, Tesla. A lot of reasons why Tesla could come back down into this area. SP 500. We don't know if this is going to be a lower high or not. This was a lower low. This could be a lower high. Lower high. Took up this pivot point. It's kind of a confirmation. Another one. But it's still bearish and trending. The trending dots are trending downward on NASDAQ. Nvidia bouncing. Apple bouncing. I think that's about it. So let's go back over to Bitcoin and go, let's see, 66,500. Hit as low as 65,721. And let's see, what else? What else in the comments? How are we doing on time? Okay, good. Perfect. Got about 15 minutes. Answered that question already. Thank you. Duplicate. Yeah, no need to keep doing the duplicates. Yeah, I'm not gonna draw the like, yeah, no need to blow up the spam. No need to spam all the messages. Just one message is good, unless you have a follow-up question. But yeah, no need to just keep spamming. We don't wanna blow up the comments. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna give the exact targets on the live stream, but okay. Oh, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on coin. Yeah, I covered it all. Boy. Hey, Jesse, do you think that now loads more people are bearish and estimating that bear bottom will be in October 20th? There's less. No, I do not. No, I do not. People are capitulating. People are really late. Bitcoin dropped 52%. The majority was wrong at the top. There are still a lot that still believe we're going to make new all-time highs. So we don't know with 100% certainty that October will be the bottom. It would play out similarly to 2022, but we don't know that for sure. It could take longer, could take shorter, but October is where we have it right now. And just because maybe on your timeline or your feed or whatever, you're starting to see more and more of it, it's because it's capitulation month. And then there's going to be more pain. It's going to take time for the ship to get turned around. The monthly chart is bearish. All you have to do is compare how long it takes. Sell signal on the monthly chart, May 2022. Then the red trending dots happened. And it takes time for the trending dots and for price to get back above it. Just as it was in a long bull run. Maybe not as long as what people hoped. Maybe it didn't go as high as what people hoped. But when you're buying it down here at 16,800, it's a different game at that point. So if after the monthly sell signal, June 2022, seems like we're in capitulation. February is very similar to June 2022. So so that's where we are at on the weekly chart. It's capitulation February, and you can see it so far on February, wicked up all the way to wick down so far in February, 24% swing to the downside. So it's possible we hit the 200-week moving average this month. It's possible to come down and hit that $52,000 and target 4 this month. So, and then it takes time for everything for buyers to come back in. People are losing money right now. The majority are losing money. It's going to take time for confidence to get rebuilt. You don't just flip the switch on. It's going to take time. Chart. Pick one. XRO. Yeah, I covered it briefly. You have to go back. There's not much change from the previous live streams, so I just covered it briefly. XRO. Zero limited. Oh, perfect. All the details. Thank you. That's perfect. Yep. Okay. That's a weekly chart. So you can see where it got ultra bearish on the weekly chart. It's possible Bitcoin does something like this, right? Gets ultra bearish on the weekly chart. This is the second week Bitcoin's been ultra bearish. and then it just continues to be ultra bearish, right? And goes below the 200. That's possible. The monthly chart, sell signal, second month. Oh my gosh, this lines up exactly like this lines up almost exactly like Bitcoin. That's crazy. Wow. If Bitcoin does this, it's gonna blow through those targets. It's gonna blow through 5 targets. So, but monthly sell signal, the second month on the monthly chart, retest the 200-week moving average, even spike below it. 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but it's bearish. It's in a bear market. Expect bounces along the way. The daily chart has just gotten the daily chart has been wrecked. So even if you get a bounce to 93, right? Expect bounces, but it's in a downtrend until proven otherwise. So even dead gap bounces. So, but even if it catches a nice bounce, I think it would take some time to play out. And then it's possible it gets rejected and comes all the way back lower. So could be in a bear market for a while. So with that, let's go back to Bitcoin. Woo. Woo. Oh, let's go back. Cursor. There we are. There we are. Just like XRO, like a couple of months to the downside, right? Or yeah. It was like 5 consecutive months to the downside or something. So it's possible. Mm-hmm. That's Bitcoin roadmap right there. Laid it out October 10th. So with that, I think we're gonna call it here. We can keep it a little bit shorter today. Like I said, gotta take the vehicle in and do its just its normal oil change checkup with the dealer and sit there for 2 hours with the laptop, do some work on the laptop, but they take forever. That's the downside of going to the dealer. It's all prepaid for. Yeah, dude. So many duplicate comments. Not sure why, but that's so many. Yeah. No, I mean like one request and then, with the follow-up question or whatever, I'm all about. But if there's just like multiple duplicates like over and over again, it just kind of blows up the comment section. So, but all good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate that. With that, I think we're gonna call it here. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We will continue to sniper the markets together. And with that, we will see you on the next live stream tomorrow. And adios.